we have cotton candy?
Refrigerator working down there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep,
Good.
Everything is working great.
Good. I hadn't heard anything, so I assumed it was, but it
Yeah.
wasn't.
She'll let you know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I try not to bother people if everything's working. Yeah, I don't know. I don't touch any of those things anymore except for the one on the top. I'm just leaving it alone.
Oh,
Figure out which one I need to flip on and off, and that's it. Got a new coach. He brought in a tire yesterday, and I'm like, what are you
my goodness.
doing? He goes, I got an idea. And I'm like, okay. He works for Quants.
Hmm.
So I'm like, all right. And he goes, all right, kids, you ready for this one? I'm like, what are you going to do with the tire and the children? So he had them just throwing balls at the tire and trying to get it in there. He's like, whoever gets it in there gets an icy. Man, they were chucking balls like crazy.
We're going after
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a great
If it
idea.
works, heck
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fabulous.
All of them got a ball in there. They were coming over. We got an icy. I'm like, I would have given you an icy regardless.
Yeah, right.
That's all right.
My son threw the ball against the garage.
Oh,
For volleyball, we used to throw it up on the roof and bump it off of that.
Yeah.
we threw it up on the corn crib for baseball.
Mm.
A lot of practice.
Square.
On corner. Nice
Square.
little spot where the paint wasn't on the side because we practiced hitting.
Shiny in one
Yeah.
spot.
Had a square on the side of the garage.
She looks excited.
She is excited to be here.
I'm excited for Thursday. It's 4 o'clock.
Are you guys going on vacation, your vacation?
Yeah, baby.
How long you gone for?
Till I'll be back here Wednesday.
Where you going?
Not long enough.
Lake Rathburn.
Hmm.
No, it's not, but it's
It's a
enough.
little break, yeah.
I just tried to convince
Never
Quincy
looked so forward
to
to
take
it.
my seat.
Vacation as I
And
have.
he
this
was
year.
like, he looked around at everybody. He's like,
Dustin was teaching him to look across the street for cars, and all of a sudden I heard, and I was getting ready to turn, and he's like, "There's a car coming!" Dustin's like, "I don't think we gotta worry about Chubby running us over."
you never know. She's crazy.
Sometimes,
There's a lot of crazy drivers in town.
yeah.
Dustin goes, I can go home. You can stay here for me. And he's like,
He didn't want to do that either.
no. Like, you could work with Crystal. Now, if the other girls were here and they heard that they
Ready
could
Bell,
work with
Bell
Crystal,
Tower?
They'd be
What
all
was that?
over it.
Like-
You ready for Bell Tower?
I won't be able to be there this year, but it sounds like they got it all squared away.
Yeah.
Darn it.
This is consultation.
My wife's grandparents have their anniversary this weekend, so.
Oh, you got no way to get
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah,
Or not.
You're gonna see in the good graces.
yeah.
Too early for that.
I agree.
I had my grandson over the weekend and he's
Okay, well,
he's good, but he's very, very busy.
okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call. Annette,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yep.
Gail, Ashley.
yes.
Okay, need to approve consent agenda.
I'll make the motion.
I have a question for that. So it has on our bills, Kyle Baker's bills in here, but isn't that on our agenda to approve that?
Well, if you don't approve it, then we don't write.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can void the check.
okay, then,
Yep.
yep, go ahead, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, who,
Sorry.
all in favor?
Do you have any questions, Gail?
Yeah, one, it's just the last Muir Tree payment?
Yep.
Okay. That was it?
Did I get a second?
I'll second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, Annette,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yep.
Gail,
Yes.
Ashley.
Yes,
Okay, open forum. Okay. Public Works.
Our water department, our monthly report's done, bacteria and fluoride, their samples are done, and our yearly manganese and nitrate samples are also done. Wastewater, we got the monthly report done. We're starting our E. coli samples next month, that's our second round for the year. And we are currently working on getting a service agreement set up with Iowa Pump for a new transducer out at the sewer plant, because it's not currently reading the water levels correctly. So, other than that, everything's good out there. Streets right now, mowing season, so a whole lot of that. We got MVP coming at the end of the month to camera and cut roots from some of our storm tiles, and then we just got the blacktop road bid in and the pavement doctor bid in for the potholes. Parks, we got the mower bid for our new Kubota. And let's see, park's pretty good, everything looks pretty good out there. We spent a day down at the pond, getting that ready for fishing day and everything. And then, Little League, we just tried out that new weed killer that we got. It's supposed to kill the dirt, so hopefully that helps out there. Other than that, that's it.
you guys did fantastic. I had a lot of compliments on the pond this year,
Awesome.
like a lot.
We tried.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Well, which bid would you like to take?
That's
on the agenda.
That's,
Okay, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Library Board.
The library has been extremely busy. We had 72 people in there in the last 3 days. And that's considering we're only open 2 hours on Saturday. So, it's been extremely busy. We got the vents fixed on the roof. I went back to Brinks Exteriors because we have a warranty on our shingles. And if anybody else did the work, it would void our shingle warranty. So I had them replace the vents. They're guaranteed for 3 years, which isn't very long, but he said they shouldn't routinely blow off. He said that, they should stay up there, and they're all spinning, they're all working now, so we've got that done. We're in the middle of summer reading, so I'm getting lots of kids coming in. I've got lots of prizes and incentives, doing everything I can to get them to read books, which most of them are not doing, but I'm trying. They're coming, they're just not reading books. Our computers are getting a lot of use, and a lot of our games and things too. It's not just computers, so it's not all bad. I think I might have chased a couple away because I'm strictly enforcing my food rule because I don't want pop on my computers, and I have teenagers that will sneak it in every time if I don't nail them at the door, and you can't have that in here, and so they leave, but that's the rules, and I'm probably not gonna change that because I don't want anything to get ruined. We got new chairs and tables we got from the Greene County Foundation. The chairs are here, the tables are shipping next week. I also got a grant from the Rotary in Jefferson for a little craft cart for the kids that I'm in the process of putting together. I asked for donations, I got tons of craft supplies, so I'm sorting, and I'll try to get it out there before summer's over. We hired Mary Allen as a new library assistant. She's doing a fantastic job. I hope she stays with me. She's the 5th person I've hired in 2.5 years. So I'm really hoping that she'll stick around a while.
Who is that?
Her name is Mary Allen. She's a retired person. She used to work for Midland, and in the office. And so she lives just north of town. Her husband's a farmer. She's actually worked the last 3 days when all those people been in there, and she's done fine, so.
Super sweet.
Yeah, she's a real nice person. I think she'll do well, so I'm really hoping so. Other than that, I don't really have much else going on other than we're just in the middle of summer reading. Once the end of July hits, I'm not gonna do much in August. I'm going to try to get ready for fall.
Okay.
The incentives that you have to check out books, those little coupons,
Yeah,
amazing.
they like the scratch off cards.
My kids absolutely love it.
I got
Yeah.
some comments that people said, don't do scratch offs because that's like gambling, but I mean, it's just a little scratch and they do like it.
They love it.
Okay. Parks. Okay. Heritage Insurance.
That's me.
You come out of retirement, huh?
That's me tonight anyway. Stuart couldn't make it, so I'm filling in for him.
Well, it's always nice to see you.
Oh, thank you.
You could come every year.
Yeah.
She needs to retire.
She's trying to get away from that.
That was the idea.
You want one?
Okay, what is in your folder is the statement of values. That's showing our new values for the renewal policy. They did another about 10%, a 10 to 15% increase in values.
You can have a seat if you want to.
So, I don't know whether,
You can have a seat if you want to.
that's all right,
Okay.
that's all right. So, anyway, I don't know whether you got a chance to look at this earlier, but please do, and if you have any questions, we can make changes at any time. We're kind of slow getting started with this year, so you probably have not seen that before. Well, it should have been in the packet, or what he sent you by email, that stuff was in there, but not in this form. I always do this so that we have the things together that need to be together, because the numbers are all over the place.
Thank God for Joan this year.
Yes. Did I help you out by giving you that stuff?
You did, yes,
Okay.
majorly.
Yeah, well, we didn't, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to talk about it ahead of time. I wanted to let Stu know the way I've done it in the past, not that he had to do it that way, but at least he'd know what you're used to, so. We've done it this way since 1993, I think.
Oh, gosh.
I think is
For-
when we
yeah,
started
for a
this
couple years.
process. So, anyway, be sure you have a look at the statement of values, and if you have any questions on anything, just let me know. If you got anything, we got something covered that shouldn't be, sounds like we're gonna get a new lawnmower, so
Yes.
we'll need that information when you get it. Is it gonna be over 10,000? Yeah. Anything over 10, we have to schedule separately. Okay, the first page is the property coverage. If you remember last year, we moved from a 500 deductible to a 2,500 deductible to save some money. With the changes that in values, we're up 193,557 in coverages as far as the building and contents and property are concerned. At the bottom of that page, it talks about the mechanical breakdown that's included. That's if you have a phone system or a air conditioner or something like that that breaks down, we've got some coverage under the policy for that. And then the cyber liability is included in the policy at $250,000 coverage with a $10,000 deductible. Most of our entities, they completed I think you completed the cyber app. I don't have the quote. I looked all over for it and I couldn't find it. It was late enough today that I couldn't get a hold of ICAP, so I'll check to see what that is. But it's a quote for $1 million, but I don't know exactly what the premium was. So, next page talks about the fact that we've got the catastrophe deductible if we have another derecho or a tornado, God forbid. The inland marine page, we're still at a 500, excuse me, 500 deductible. Those items are at replacement cost. The jaws of lice, I left some question marks there, but it's at 13.2. I think it might be a little higher than that. That was one of the things we changed.
When did you get that? On that Jaws of Life?
When did you get it?
We got a brand new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's supposed to, do you have two or just have one?
We got two.
Okay, I'm thinking that,
An older one and then the newer one, battery operated.
thinking that we haven't got the new one on there maybe, because the old one was on there at 13.2. Do you know what the value is on the new one?
Around 10,000.
Okay. So should I check with Doug on that, or would you know?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
We paid for it.
Okay, and then the Kubota mower and the end loaders are listed there for values. I'm not sure they could be replaced for 52 and 67, but, and on towards the bottom there, we've got the general liability. We've got a $4 million limit for general liability. There's $100,000 for employee benefits liability, and there's no deductible on that or annual aggregate or limit. Next page is our commercial auto liability. Got $4 million there as well. Uninsured and underinsured motorists at $50,000. That's to cover cover you if somebody hits you that doesn't have any liability insurance. You guys are all covered under the workers' comp, so you would anything that happened to be covered under the workers' comp. The truck deductible, the fire truck deductibles were revised last year at renewal as well. We went from $350 deductible on comprehensive to $2,500, and collision from $1,000 to $5,000. So you got some big deductibles there, but it saved us some premium too. So, and our fire trucks, then we have replacement cost coverage on the fire trucks. Doug did bump those up again this year. They're not getting any cheaper. So those values we'll see some increase in the auto physical damage coverage. And the Lifeline unit, we still got the old ambulance.
Yeah.
What are you keeping it for? Do you know?
We're trying to sell it.
Trying to sell it,
Are you?
yeah. It's,
You wanna buy one?
yeah.
No.
That's the problem,
For
nobody
my
wants
own
to buy
use,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's there, it's covered it, for, if the shed burns down, that's in, but there's no liability coverage on it, so if somebody wants to look at it and drive it, just give us a call and we'll bind the coverage for liability, so they can try it out, and it won't cost you anything. And then we did the same thing on the pickups and the sweeper. We went from a comprehensive deductible of $200 on them to $1,000, and collision from $350 to $2,500. Next page is our public officials liability. That covers you guys for the decisions you make. It's past, present, and future coverage. So if you should make a decision tonight and somebody bring a suit 2 years from now and you're not on the council but you're named in the suit, there's coverage under this. And I can tell you if there's a suit, you'll be named. I mean, that's just pretty standard to name everybody. Law enforcement liability is in excess of the county. The county provides our law enforcement, but if there were an issue, the city, there again, would probably be named in a suit, so. That's a minimum, there's a minimum premium on that. ICAP grant program is still there, so there's a $1,000 grant available for you as long as you submit it and choose something that has something to do with safety. You guys have made good use of that in the past, so don't leave that one on the table. As you know, both ICAP and IMWCA do loss control visits to see if we can eliminate anything from happening before it happens. And they do the work comp at least once every 2 years. I don't know, has anybody been here at all this year? Okay.
Not yet.
They're having trouble keeping people like everybody else is, I think. You know, they're having trouble with staff, okay, the next is our workers' comp. We carry that through IMWCA, and I've listed there what the payrolls, their suggested payrolls, and we didn't make any changes in those. They come out in about February or the first part of March, and we have 30 days to revise them. We need to make a note, Crystal, and we have to do that when we do the audit. That street and road paving that's where the cold patching goes. That's all that should be in there.
Okay.
Is cold patching. I think you mixed up the two maybe between street cleaning and drivers. So we've got a higher premium on that. But if we do our audit, issue our payrolls in the correct classes, we'll get that money back. But it's a good thing. I think I don't know what happened this year, but usually I send you a note and say, I may even mail it to you, or, email it to you, because otherwise you have to go on their website and get it. It's not hard once you get signed up. Their website's really easy. It remembers your password, so you don't have to go through all the validation or a bunch of passwords or whatever, so. But we've got that first one is first one and the last one need to be reversed from what they are there. Next page shows our experience modification. That is how we compare to others with the same classes of work that we have, and we're right at 1, so we're equal to what's normal for the classes. Our discount went from 15% to 18%. I had that stuff highlighted, but when I printed the stuff, my highlight didn't come through. So anyway, I've got a different printer, and it's not liking me, and I'm not liking it either. So, company nurse, if we have a workers' comp situation, somebody gets injured, you call that number, and they'll collect all the information, including the date of birth, social security numbers, and all the stuff that they need. That gets that claim going right away. If we got a situation that's emergency, E911 is your call. And then we've got the statutory volunteer coverage at the bottom of that page. That's for anybody that volunteers, including you guys. You should all sign one of those forms. I think you've got those, Crystal. And just have them sign it for the whole year, for anything that's going on. But we particularly use that when we have some kind of event going on and we have more people involved, including all the firemen that are involved in the alumni thing.
Okay.
They should all sign one of those.
Okay.
And that gives them 20,000 medical coverage over a 2-year period. But it is in excess of their own, so if they've got other insurance, it doesn't pay anything. But as far as I know, IMWCA is the only one that does that. Okay. And that's my little red note about be sure and get everybody to sign the volunteer coverage. Okay, the next one is the dishonesty bond, the faithful performance bond. We have 50,000 on the clerk and 5,000 on other employees. There's been a lot of claims in this area. Yeah, there's something in the news every once in a while about somebody taking the city's money, particularly when you don't have you don't have enough employees to have one person checking writing the checks and the other person checking, reconciling, so that can be increased if you think you wanna do that. Anybody have any questions? I assume you'll ask me. Here is our workers' comp. It's up a little bit because because of that one class that we're just talked about, so. We're only up $713, that's not too bad. My cap is up a little more than that. But not bad, not like it was last year. There's the ICAP. Anybody have any questions? We've got one council member that's not here, right?
I got her packet here.
Oh, you did, okay. Those premiums are all due January, yeah, I wish it was January, July 1st, so. And then I've also got the bill for the liquor liability. That came through, everything should be good. Were you gonna approve that tonight, or had you already approved the permit?
We approved it, well,
Oh,
we didn't approve the liquor. We approved them using the garage.
yeah, you should approve.
Is that covered?
You should, well, you
For
should,
the beer?
you should approve the liquor liability, the license and everything.
I don't
You
think
have to
there's
go, you have to
action
go
on
on the ABD's website and
Okay.
see that, and I know it's done because the underwriter told me it was. He got it, he did it today, so,
Yeah, they
Okay.
sent me an email to
Okay, okay.
review it, and I did it.
okay,
So,
you
yeah,
should be,
it's been moved on.
you should
Oh,
be okay
we'll
then,
have to have a special meeting then.
okay.
Mhm. I didn't even think
We
about
did.
that. Thank you, I'm glad you brought that up. I
that.
would.
It was Casey's tobacco, I
Yeah.
think, and then we did the,
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah, your license will come after everything's over.
I'm glad you said that.
Long time after everything's over, but you got confirmation that you got coverage and got your license, so. Okay, it's up to you guys when you wanna say yea or nay. I went through it pretty fast, so if you got any questions, don't hesitate.
And Crystal, that liquor liability for the alumni, that's the firemen's, right?
Yeah.
That's not ours.
Yep.
So do you need a motion to pass this, or what do you need?
Yeah.
For ICAP, yeah. For this,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll make a motion to pass this.
I'll second.
Okay. Dustin,
Yep.
Annette,
Yes.
Ashland,
Yes.
Gail.
Okay, Jerry, I need your signature there.
Do you have a bill for me?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
And you'll be back next year also, right?
Well, I hope that I have somebody to take my place next year. Okay, then you need to check all of those and, waive. My intent was to retire on January 4th, that was my 40th anniversary. And
Yeah, didn't work out right.
I think they needed me on a consultation basis, I understand that, but, anyway, I'm hoping that this will be the last year I have to do that, we'll see. Okay,
Let's see, I'll give it to you.
yeah, yeah, and this
Well,
one,
we have to do that special.
we need to sign as well.
We'll go ahead and approve this bill too. We'll just do by July 1st.
Do you have any idea, Crystal, when you'll send the check, or, Pay it
When we
online.
have a liquor license specialty meeting, we'll go ahead and approve that
okay,
as well.
okay, so,
And then I'll get it,
okay,
if we can have a meeting this week,
yeah.
then
I need to try to tell them about when they'll receive the payment.
I'll either get it out this week or next week.
Okay, okay, that's fine, no problem at all.
Sooner than you got it last year.
But after
Yeah.
Wednesday next week.
Yeah, and we just gotta be sure, if you
We can
mail
do
it in,
Wednesday,
that you
I
send
don't
it to the right address, they change their address. Okay, this is. That's the liquor liability,
Okay.
that needed to be paid online, or it can be paid, you know, sent to this address. And then this is, there's a copy, I don't know whether you had a copy of that or not. This is the, you know, these are switched.
Gotcha.
And then this is actually the bill,
Okay.
and you can pay, I don't know whether you've done it electronically or
I don't
not. It's
think
really,
so. I think
it's
you'll
really
need to
slick if you
check.
get that set up, but
Okay.
if you don't, make sure you use this address,
Okay.
not the old one that you might have in your system.
Okay.
Then your breakouts that you always ask me about,
Mhm.
they're in here
Okay.
at the back.
Perfect. I'm always searching for those. darn
Yeah, yeah,
things.
they're not in the policy, they come with a quote, so. So,
Perfect.
you're not the first one that
I'm
was, where's the breakouts?
See, you just saved me from emailing you.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Let me know on that,
I will.
lawnmower, and we'll get that added on.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Jackie.
you.
We quit shaking hands after COVID, so, high five.
License comes from the fire
I'm
department.
not sure that's any better.
Right?
They're insured.
I've enjoyed working with you guys
I
all
mean,
these years.
for
Well, we've
liquor
enjoyed
license,
with you too.
Yeah.
You do a
isn't there
fantastic
it's
job.
$600 some
Thank you.
dollars.
I'll
That's
just
for the
probably
license.
go into more
Oh, okay.
detail on.
I
You
mean,
never know how much detail people want, you might
That
have.
comes from their.
I hate to see you go, but
Coverage and-
it would be
It's
nice
time.
for you to
It's time.
kick back and relax for a
Yep,
little bit.
It is, yep, yep.
They
Do
did
we
that
ever-
last year.
Probably should have
Do
done
we
it
ever
sooner,
get an
but
accounting from them on how much?
I've always
money
enjoyed my work, I
they
guess,
can
that's,
make
That's
and all
good.
that
so,
Well, that's what you need.
yeah, yeah.
That's what you need.
But I
That's
mean,
right.
from
So-
the
All
city,
right, you have a good night.
Thank you.
Oh,
Liquor
no,
thing.
I never hear what they
we
make.
never hear, do we?
Not at all.
We don't make that much money off of beer
Well,
garden.
yeah, but
We don't make that many money on donations.
no, I would, yeah, I'm just wondering if we ever hear.
Moving right along.
And I check it all the time.
Actually, I have shit to do.
Okay,
Okay. Approved for library to use the city parking lot at the end of the month.
Okay, so the Library Association was given a little, it's called a bike rodeo kit, and it has little cones and flags, and we talk about hand signals and all those kinds of things. And I wanna know if I can have that little rodeo out here in the city hall parking lot, cause I need a decent amount of cement to set up cones. It would be on June 25th, and I need it for just a couple hours, like from 2 to 4.
In the morning?
2 in the afternoon till 4 in the afternoon.
June 25th, June 25th?
June 25th, on a Wednesday, yeah, and that'll be our weekly summer reading thing. I have, Public Health's coming, they're gonna talk about the importance of wearing helmets.
Barricade that off.
And,
We'll have just a couple hours.
Then hopefully somebody from the sheriff's department's gonna come, and I'll have some prizes and that kind of thing.
I can even park my truck at the end of
I think that's fabulous.
I wish I had that.
There's a lot of kids in town that need to learn some bicycle safety.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes,
you want me to give you a
Yeah,
list?
but
Marcus probably knows a lot more than us too.
Driving a loader's a little scary sometimes.
We're working in pairs, so, Jefferson is having theirs that Monday on the 23rd, so I'll go over and help her, and then she's gonna be able to help me on the 25th, so we'll
Oh.
have extra librarians here.
From
some
2 to
extra
4?
adults and-
Awesome.
It's June 25th from 2 to 4.
Got it.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Second.
Thank you.
Ashley,
Yeah,
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yep.
Gail. Okay. Resolution to pay Kyle Baker for gazebo's repairs.
How much is it?
2,100.
What do you do, paint it?
Huh?
What do you do, paint it?
Powder washed it and replaced the things that come underneath the seats, the cement.
Oh,
He cut them out at, I think someplace, I don't know, he had them cut out and looks nice.
I was just there today again, and it's probably looks nicer now than it has for ages.
Yeah,
good.
Those, he laser cut those support legs for the seats that were rotting out on the bottom, and they're all metal, and they're shimmed not only into the 4x4, but also into the concrete.
Okay, good.
So he did a pretty good job. Now there's spots that if you're a perfect painter, that he didn't do a great job on. But I am no perfect painter. It's on the back of the seat, someplace it's a little thin,
Okay,
but it's no big deal.
yeah.
He did it quickly, he came in and when he was asked to paint the crossbeams that were brown and slop white, he did it very quickly.
Yeah. Okay, well, like Bill was 2,100, I think.
And it's local.
Local.
yeah, absolutely.
so I
Okay,
have no
need-
problem paying him. My question is, why didn't we have this before he did the work?
Well, we've been waiting and drawing time.
Right.
Well,
I don't have a problem with him doing it. I think he did a fantastic job. It looks great. I just don't know
we
why.
started this out with the old
Right,
Parks Committee,
right.
and then they all disbanded, and Lori and Gail and myself took it over, and Cindy,
Right,
and he
right. We had
He
that
did
other
it,
guy.
he did it reasonably priced, did a good job, and he's local.
Right.
So why argue about it? I mean, and
I'm just asking why we didn't have it before he did the work.
we did it before the old city parks committee.
Gotcha.
Julie McNamara came to the council meeting about it.
All right.
I will agree with you on that. I think we should have probably
Had a bid.
had a bid,
It should have been presented.
and it should have been presented. I agree.
Well, we did have a bid,
I think
but
that's-
that took.
We just need to mark it up and say.
Yeah, other than that, I
Next
think he
time.
did a great job.
Yeah, next time, we need to make sure we do that.
Yeah,
Make
other
a-
than that, I think it's great.
I'll make a note of that, but I'll make the motion to pay him. He
Oh,
did
yeah.
a good job paying him.
I'll second it. I think it looks excellent.
So,
I was a little concerned there for a little bit because the inside wasn't done.
Right.
But then I'm like, maybe he was just taking a little bit of a break. And then he came back and did the inside and it looks fabulous.
Jared confronted him on that.
Oh, I didn't
Jared or
know.
my wife, one or the other.
I didn't know. It looks great. And we've had several people paint that and
Not that good.
no, no. And that's a pretty cheap bid, I think.
We're at a dead
So-
end with the guy from Carroll, right?
Yeah,
That's fine.
sorry.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, I haven't looked at the matter in a couple months, but, he was going through a divorce last we looked, so, yeah.
because he's a criminal.
okay.
I think there's
So we had a
missing
first
piece,
and a
so.
second.
Second, okay. Annette?
Yes.
And Ashley?
Yep.
Dustin?
Yep.
Gail? Raises for Chad Kirk, Marcus Renslow, and Crystal Rice. By
Why
resolution.
is this on the agenda? I mean, we've already approved those wages, haven't we?
No,
No.
we took,
We never did?
we, the employee got together, or me and Dustin, Ashley, not Ashley, but Annette and Dustin got together,
Okay,
discussed the wages, and we came up with a total.
okay. I make a motion.
I'll second.
What did you decide on the,
$1.
Sorry. That's on the
Sorry.
resolution that I sent you guys.
oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Who made a motion?
I did.
Gail made motion, Dustin seconded. So,
All in
okay.
favor?
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yep.
Ashley.
Yep.
Gail.
Yes.
Did you see these or did you look at the?
I kind of looked at them.
I
Do
don't
you
know
wanna
anything
come up
about
here and
mowers.
weigh in on this?
On the mowers?
Yeah. Which,
Personally, it doesn't, they're pretty much the same thing, the only difference is horsepower, and one is just above and the other one's just below what we have already. So it's not gonna be too much of a difference on which one it is.
so you don't have a preference?
No, it's, as long as they're both four-wheel drive and,
Are they zero turn?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're tractor
Okay,
style, so
Dustin,
it's
which one?
almost zero.
I don't know anything about mowers.
That one.
Almost zero, so they,
I'm gonna
what's
go
the
with whatever
difference?
one
Show
Dustin
the
They have a
says.
wheel instead of the.
Cause I don't know
That's-
anything
I'm
about
thinking
mowers.
this one here.
Well, I
the-
tell you
That's what I
what, I
was
have the
thinking.
thingies and I really like the thingies.
They're
I
nice,
didn't think
but
I would, but I do like the thingies.
The steering wheel's nice because we use it to.
So if you had a preference,
This
which
is
one
it,
would you
this
go
is
with?
Me, I'd go with this one. It's just a little bit less power, but this one's just a little bit more, but I think this one here is equal to what they have now. And it's wide enough that it's not gonna roll on those
Hills.
damn hills. Especially this one out here.
See, you know more than me. I would go with this one just because it has big tires.
Oh my God.
There's not really a
This is how much I know about lawnmowers.
That's why I said
know.
Dustin, I
I'm
don't know
like,
anything about it.
it has
so
big tires.
Mm.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So I'm thinking, we're thinking this one.
Which one is that one?
Gary,
The one with the not big
26,000.
That's all I
tires.
need to know.
okay.
does
need a
Gail wanna
motion.
look at them?
He's got them.
Oh,
I
okay.
got him.
What do you think, Gail?
It's always nice to have more horsepower.
Don't ever do that.
We'll drop a Hemi, we'll drop a Hemi in the next one.
Hey, that would be insane, actually. I don't think I would want to drive one like that.
These fronts come up, pop up so you can clean underneath, just like the
No.
old one?
The back comes up on the old one, but yeah.
Back, yeah, okay.
I do kind of like his point that the one with the non-big tires. See, I'm gonna try and explain, it doesn't tip as well. That's what he said.
They're both wide stance, so they're,
As I said, I think they're both.
I'm gonna not talk.
Don't talk mower.
Pretty much, it's the same thing as the one we have.
right.
It'll be perfect.
Yep.
That's all, that's really all the bigger.
How
one
much
we need.
did we budget for this? Remember?
32,000
32,000.
or 35. I think we went
High
35.
five for going under budget.
Yeah.
And they're also, able to deliver it to us,
Yeah,
and so that we don't have to go down and get it,
no.
and,
That I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
Okay.
I've not been here since we bought a mower.
and
If you buy
bill us in July?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's June, so we wouldn't pay
Yeah.
until next
Yeah.
month anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew the bill in July because he made sure of that.
That's why you waited to put it on this agenda.
Right.
72 inch.
See, I look at tires. But I have noticed the bigger tires, the more ruts you leave when you turn in circles.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, that does happen, especially on those, because they dig
Don't
pretty hard.
mow when it rains a lot. I've also learned that.
Yes. Creates a mess.
Rock. Foldable rock. I'm sorry.
the only foldable thing, I think it might be the roll bar over the top. I think that's the only thing that
Oh,
folds.
roll bar, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, the roll bar.
And it's a diesel. Both of them are diesel.
Yeah.
And it has, what kind of extended warranty here? Where can you find it? Or do we pay extra for an extended warranty?
This is the first time I've ever done that lawnmower.
Okay.
Looks like you can get orange protection,
Yeah.
which is a Kubota warranty.
You pay $250 for every time something gets worked on.
Yeah, like if you blow the motor up, you pay $250, they drop a new one in, which is pretty cheap for a diesel motor if something bad were to happen.
I think we need to look into purchasing that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially if we're under budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're budgeted over.
Yeah, that's why I said if we're under budget, we might as well.
Plus, we have to insure it.
You gotta insure it.
Plus we
So
gotta
I think
insure
we're
it.
probably still sitting right at it, so.
That's, sounds good to
And you
me.
can trade it in about 3 or 4 years and get a good trade-in.
That's what we need to start doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're keeping the old one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, for the nasty city yards
So
that,
we could have two guys mowing at the same time.
yeah.
Would you now?
I mean, we do that with the small one anyway, it just takes longer.
But this is big time. Which one do you want?
I'll make a motion.
26 and 20.
I'll second.
26,000.
The 26,000 one?
I'll second. She firsted.
Okay. Gail.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
Annette.
Yes.
Ashley.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I have a question.
And see if you can get them to deliver it here,
They will.
and that we don't have to go and get it.
Do we have to do raises separate since she can have a say on Chad's?
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
Do we need to go back, circle back to that?
Motion to reconsider that one, and then,
I've
yeah,
been-
just separate each one out, and then she'll abstain
Well, I
on
mean,
that.
us, we can be on one, but
have to go
she
back.
can't
Yeah.
have a say.
Good point.
Okay.
I thought
about
about
that
back
last
to
night.
raises.
Don't ask me why.
Oh, 'cause I
But then I just remembered.
I forgot about it too.
No, good point.
I just
I forgot.
wanna save my neck, so. Alright, so we'll have to circle
Go
back
back.
to the raises, please.
Okay,
And what'd you say we need to do?
You do a, just like motion to reconsider.
Chad Kirk's or all of them?
I mean, I think you need to separate them again and re-vote on the.
On all, each
Yeah.
individual, okay,
Or you can do the motion for the other two that aren't conflicted,
okay,
but yeah.
So can I just say,
Make a motion on
to reconsider,
Mm-hmm.
make a motion to reconsider
motion to reconsider.
the raises.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
and she can vote for this one, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Ashley,
yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, I should have
Yeah.
caught that sooner.
Yes.
Alright, let's do Chad Kirk's.
Okay,
Now that's one that she can't.
She cannot.
Yeah,
and on Chad Kirk's.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Ashley made a motion, second by Dustin.
Yes.
Gail, Dustin,
Yep.
Ashley,
Yes,
that's it.
and then Annette abstains.
And then you can do both Marcus's and mine together.
Okay. Need a motion to,
I'll make a motion.
for Marcus and Crystal.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
Gail,
Yes.
Ashley.
Yes.
Alright, pavement doctor.
Okay. Pavement doctor, bid approved for patching. Oh,
No, that's not the same.
I sent it in your packet.
No,
Did?
that's not the same as the blacktop then.
Nope,
No.
they're different,
Oh,
because I think there's a different company.
There it is.
$100 a ton, approximately 3,000. So that one is just the patching,
Yes,
right? And this one
and that's
For
the
the
whole
blacktop.
road.
is the whole road?
Yes,
Yep.
correct.
Okay, so we're just doing the pavement one, right?
No, both of them are on this, but
But right now,
it's
we're just doing the
yes.
pavement one.
Right.
Okay.
we've done them for a long time.
There's the pavement doctor one. That's the one we're doing right now.
Okay. That's for patching.
Yes.
Gail might wanna look at it.
I did.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
It's in the packet, but I just didn't want to scroll. I was being lazy.
I'll make a motion that we accept the pavement doctor's bid.
I'll second.
Second. Ashley,
Yep.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
Yes.
Gail.
We just discussed description. I feel like the 3,000 number sticks out.
Little difference, wasn't it?
It's a nice street.
Maybe they didn't give us a formal bid.
Probably not that bad, is it?
I have lived on my street for 18 years.
Jerry, you're gonna have
Maybe
to
he just
stomp on
read
that.
it out.
I'm about ready to.
Yeah.
Lived on my
You
street
got to push
for
them all.
18 years and never had any.
Is it bad?
No,
Then what the difference does it make?
everybody else complains.
Really want to scam you tonight.
Hello? I'm in a meeting. I'll call you later. Oh, okay. Bye.
Now it's Crystal's turn.
Okay. Holy smokes.
Recycling.
Bank layout.
I thought we
Wait,
were on
wait.
pavement, doctor, blacktop.
Blacktops after recycling.
So we skipped the bank layout.
Well,
Oh, 'cause
because they didn't
they
give me
didn't
the
get it.
building permit, they wanted me to put
Oh,
them on,
gotcha.
they thought they'd get it to me today,
Okay.
they did not, so we'll have to
Okay.
So blacktop bid.
And do the recycling first, Jerry.
Okay. Recycling. You couldn't make it here tonight, right?
What's happening here?
I don't know if you guys wanna table that till next month, till you can come to the meeting, or if you guys wanna make a decision.
I'd like to hold it off, at least get out his side of the story.
Well, I'd like to hear it from him myself, to be
So would I.
honest.
I would too.
I really would.
But how long are we gonna table it for him?
No, I will
Do you want to send a
talk to,
formal letter?
It has
Yeah.
to be taken care of.
yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
but
I mean, we've tabled it for like, what, 3 months now?
2 months,
This'll be two,
This will be two.
This'll be
three.
yeah.
three.
This will be the third
This would
one.
be the third.
Oh, okay.
Really, if he would supply a recycle bin for our town,
Yeah,
That's
That's something
really-
to talk to him about.
yeah,
That's
that's
a
something
lot.
You
that
wanna
we
table
can't
it, I
do.
need a motion.
I need a motion to table.
I'll motion to table the recycling.
I'll
Sec-
second.
Second. Okay, Gail,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
Annette,
Yes.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay, blacktop bid.
Can we talk about out here?
No,
Oh, I haven't
of
seen.
streets.
Oh,
There's this.
I do have a bid for out here, but we're not gonna discuss it until we we do budget next year, because we're gonna budget for this out here.
Right.
Hey, Crystal, can I ask you a question? Could we also send him a, letter to update his plates on his vehicle that we are storing for him, if we're sending him a letter?
What vehicle are we storing?
Oh, this trailer.
His trailer
Oh.
has outdated plates.
Across the street from you.
Well, I
No,
think they
no,
got
no.
flat tires too, don't they?
That's
The
a junk
recycled trailer has outdated plates.
Oh,
Oh my
Over by our
gosh.
buckets and
oh,
plates.
okay,
It's been
The one our
outdated
old
okay.
for
garbage
like
guy used to
2
drive.
years, outdated.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
80,384.60. Gets higher and higher each year.
It's not cheap.
So what'd we,
It's cheap anyway.
what'd we budget for that? I knew last year it was not that much, but I think it was 60 some last year, I
It
think.
was 60 some last year, and I think you guys budgeted to 120 this year, but we can't spend 120.
Right.
Well, I don't want to.
No.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not cheap. It's gone up.
A lot of the streets need ground down and re-leveled,
That's-
it's the biggest thing.
Yes.
That's
It's
And
not
it's
just
on Main
Holland,
Street.
yeah.
They gotta grind them down, and that's more money.
Well, yeah, that section on Main Street is because it's so uneven in that area, and they gotta grind down to the edges and then re-level the whole thing to the rest of the street. And a lot of it is also,
Which part isn't on me?
like Chicago, especially the corners,
Yeah.
they're real steep, so they gotta level those out as well.
Bottom out.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it all of Main Street? Or
No, it's just a, I can't remember what block it is.
It's on there.
Main Street
Jefferson to Chicago?
to Chicago, from Jefferson Street to Chicago. And
Oh, so just a block.
intersections,
Is it Main Street to Irving? No, it's Madison to Irving. I don't know, you got my paper.
Yeah, I got it.
See that far away.
Eagle to 9. Eagle to Chicago. Eagle to Lincoln. Intersection,
I don't see Main Street on there at all.
And Madison.
The first
to
one
Irving.
is
Yeah,
Main
it's up
Street.
here.
Oh, see,
Right
I
on
got
top.
it, I got you. I wasn't looking all the way over there.
Madison to Irving.
it's,
That's a lot. That's about a $20,000 or more increase from last year.
Yeah.
But is it more stuff?
Yes,
More.
because they gotta grind
grind
down.
it down.
Yeah. Okay.
Which it's probably right. It's probably right there. I mean, I don't know what we. Oh, we can't get around it. I mean, it's gotta be done if you're gonna do it right. I mean,
Keeps throwing stuff on top
You
of
can't
stuff.
keep
We'll end up
placing
with a mountain in the middle of the
Exactly.
no,
It's
no.
just like over there on Jefferson Street, on the curb, you got about a 4 or 5 inch rise.
Yeah,
Then
Yeah.
again, the-
Yeah,
Have
if you just
to.
keep putting on top, it's gonna make it more
Yeah.
expensive down the road. to fix
right.
it.
Well, we budgeted 120.
Let's go ahead, and then if we gotta tighten our belt later on, let's do it. Cause we have to do it.
No, I know.
We don't have a choice.
If you wanna keep it up, yeah.
If we let our streets go,
we just,
Katie bar the door, folks.
yeah,
Yeah.
People will be leaving like crazy.
it's,
I'll make a
Well,
motion that we accept the Fort Dodge, is that Fort Dodge or
yeah, Humboldt.
Humboldt? I knew I was close.
I'll second.
Okay, Ashley,
Yep.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yep.
Gail.
Yes. That's the easiest I've spent 80,000 in.
Well, I get part of it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want any of that job. That's an ugly job.
Okay, so the memorial, I had Kim Murphy messaged me yesterday and wanted to know if she could get permission to plant a memorial tree in honor of Tracy Galing's daughter out at the pond park.
Sure.
That's,
Well, she stays away from the stay back towards the.
Well, I
road.
told her that these guys would have to go and decide where they
Yeah.
would plant it, so.
Cause you get too
Right.
close to the pond and if it ever
Right.
floods again,
Yeah, I'll have these guys just
that's fine.
work with her.
We just took out a few over to the side, so there's plenty of room over there now. We
Yeah.
just probably put one over there, no problem.
I'll make the motion to approve that, as long as it's
I'll second.
where it needs to be.
Yeah, no, she is understanding about that.
Need a second?
I'll second, yeah.
Gail,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yep.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
And then we gotta open the other meeting.
Meeting adjourned.
I make a motion we adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Now you gotta open the public hearing.
Okay. We're gonna open up the public hearing for the
Budget amendment,
2025 budget.
resolution.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thanks, Marcus.
You guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Enjoy your mower.
yeah, for the resolution amending the current budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 25 for the city of Scranton.
I'll make a motion.
I'll
Oh, wait a
second.
minute.
We
wait
gotta
a
open
minute.
the meeting
I gotta
first.
open the meeting for city public hearing. Resolution ending the current budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th of this year.
All in favor? All in favor to open the meeting?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Ending.
You wanna read the resolution?
What do you want to,
Do you not have that either? Oh, no, that would be in the same thing she sent you. It was all in one. You must not have scrolled down all the way.
I just push print.
so. How much are we amending it by?
I can't see.
239, is that right?
239,000, yes. 239.
239? Okay,
I will make the motion that we accept the budget, change, or budget resolution as presented.
I'll second.
Dustin,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Ashley?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll close the meeting.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Gail,
yes.
Dustin?
Yep.
Annette?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yep.
It is dog registration time,
Yeah,
people. We need to make sure that we get out and tell people that they gotta get licenses,
yeah.
which means that now their dogs are they're gonna have to prove that their dogs are vaccinated. And spayed. So if you see somebody who has dogs that don't have tags on, get them in here, because it's against against our regulations. And we've had plenty of bites,
Yeah, more than we should.
more than we should have.
Special meeting. Scheduling.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Can we do that? Or adjourn?
Can you schedule it?
We can still schedule it.
Yeah, we're just
We do
discussing.
any
You're just
Yeah.
scheduling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we have
When
enough
do you
time,
guys,
enough time to add,
24 hours.
so we can
When do
Can
you
you guys do
leave?
it Thursday? I'm leaving Friday.
You're leaving Friday, so you're good Thursday?
Can you guys be here at 4 o'clock Thursday?
No,
I can be.
I can be.
You can't?
no. We got fireman physicals.
That's tomorrow, Jerry.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
Thursday, we gotta wash trucks and have a
I
meeting.
wish it was Wednesday.
Yeah,
I wish it Thursday.
Yeah.
yeah, Thursday at 4 be fine.
Thursday at 4, everybody
It's gonna be a
okay?
quick meeting, right?
Oh, 100, yeah, it's
Okay,
just
then
that,
yes.
The liquor license
liquor
and
license
the
and-
insurance
Yep.
bill.
the insurance
Crystal's
bill.
going on vacation.
Friday.
Yep, I can do it
I
at 4.
can squeeze in. All right, we'll do it
Let me
Thursday.
add
I'll
that
get an
real quick
agenda up
before I
tomorrow.
forget,
Okay.
otherwise I will not be here.
What
Good job.
time?
Good job,
Huh?
everybody.
What time?
Yeah, I better put
Thursday
it
at
on my
4.
calendar too. Thursday at 4.
Do you have a doctor's appointment or anything?
No, I got
I do in the morning.
physical with the fire department.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, Jerry.
Wow.
We're doing the,
It's Tuesday.
Thursday,
Thursday.
okay,
You gotta do lines on the thing, on the field, on Thursday.
yeah.
All right, there we go. Thank you
Thursday at
guys.
4.
Jerry needs a
Good
calendar.
job, everybody.
We're gonna get you a smartphone.
Carry a little calendar around.
We're gonna get you a smartphone,
You got a
Jerry.
minute?
He did for a little bit.
Jerry?